Welcome back to Green Tech Goals, where we delve into the captivating world of sustainability and the future of our planet. Today, we're diving headfirst into the swirling currents of a debate that has the corporate world on its toes. Should a company reveal all its secrets? Historically, secrecy has been the lifeblood of business success. The secret recipe, the patented process, the exclusive knowledge, these were the cornerstones on which companies built their empires. But like the sands of time, the business landscape is shifting. The modern era is challenging this age-old notion of secrecy. We're living in a time where transparency is becoming less of a choice and more of a necessity. Legal requirements are tightening their grip. Technological advancements are making information more accessible, and collaboration is proving to be a powerful tool for growth. But it's not just about complying with laws or keeping up with the times. The shift towards transparency is also about accountability. When a company chooses to be transparent, it's saying we're ready to be held accountable for our actions. It's a bold step, one that requires courage, integrity, and a commitment to ethical conduct. Yet, transparency is not without its challenges. It raises questions about the delicate balance between privacy and public interest. It makes us question where we draw the line between what's private and what's public. The debate over transparency in business is a reflection of broader discussions about surveillance, ethics, and the impact of openness on organizational culture. It's a conversation that echoes in boardrooms and coffee shops alike, one that is reshaping how we view the concept of business itself. The concept of transparency is increasingly being viewed as a virtue in the business world. It's influenced by societal norms, historical precedents, and the ever-evolving expectations of consumers. So, as we navigate this complex debate, let's keep our eyes open and our minds willing to explore. After all, the world of business is not just about profits and losses. It's also about the impact we have on the world around us. Stay tuned as we explore the implications of this transparency trend. It's going to be a fascinating journey, one that will challenge our preconceptions and open our minds to new possibilities. As we move forward into a more transparent business world, let's explore what this shift implies. This evolution isn't happening in a vacuum. It's rooted in societal norms and historical precedents that emphasize the importance of honesty and openness. Transparency, once an abstract concept, has now become a virtue in the business world. It's no longer just about the bottom line or market share, it's about being accountable, being authentic, and building trust. It's about acknowledging that businesses are part of a larger societal fabric and their actions, good or bad, have ripple effects. This shift is also being influenced by the ongoing debate about surveillance versus ethics. As technology advances, we're seeing an increasing ability to monitor and track activities. But just because we can, doesn't mean we should. Where do we draw the line between transparency and privacy? These are questions that businesses grapple with as they navigate the new normal, and let's not forget the impact of openness on organizational culture. Transparency can foster a sense of belonging and purpose. When employees feel that they're part of something bigger, that their voices matter, and that their leaders are honest and accountable, it can boost morale, productivity, and loyalty. However, this transparency shift isn't without its challenges. It requires a delicate balance. Too much transparency can lead to information overload, confusion, and misuse of sensitive information. Too little, and it breeds mistrust and skepticism. So, as we move forward, it's crucial that businesses strike the right balance. They need to embrace transparency, but do so responsibly, ethically, and in a way that adds value to their stakeholders. Next, we'll look at how this transparency trend affects sustainability efforts. Transparency in business is not just an ethical issue, it also has significant implications for sustainability. In fact, transparency and sustainability are two sides of the same coin. When businesses are open about their operations, it can lead to more sustainable practices. It's like throwing open the curtains and letting the sunlight in, revealing areas that need improvement and sparking innovation for greener solutions. Take, for instance, companies that have embraced transparency. They've often found that it leads to improvements in their sustainability efforts. By revealing their environmental footprint, they've been able to identify areas where they can reduce waste, save energy, and minimize their impact on the planet. It's a win-win situation. They're not only improving their bottom line, but also contributing to the health of our planet. Transparency can also help companies identify and address their environmental impact in a more comprehensive way. It's not just about reducing emissions or waste, it's about understanding the full picture of their operations, from the materials they source, to the energy they use, to the waste they produce. By being transparent, companies can take a hard look at their operations and find ways to make them more sustainable. For instance, a company might discover through transparency that a particular supplier is not adhering to sustainable practices. Armed with this information, the company can then choose to work with a different supplier or to push for changes in the supplier's operations. In this way, transparency can lead to a ripple effect of sustainability, reaching far beyond the company's own operations. But transparency isn't just about what's happening inside the company. It's also about how the company interacts with the world around it, with its customers, its suppliers, and the communities it operates in. By being transparent, companies can build trust and foster stronger relationships with these stakeholders. And in doing so, they can inspire others to embrace sustainability as well. Up next, we'll examine the role of consumers in driving this transparency trend. Stay tuned, because this is a game changer. In today's world, consumers have a significant role to play in encouraging transparent business practices. As the world becomes more connected and information becomes more accessible, consumers are demanding more from the companies they support. They want to know the who, what, where, when, and how of the products they use and the services they avail. Take, for instance, the food industry. Consumers are now more interested than ever in where their food comes from, who's producing it, and how it's made. This consumer curiosity has given rise to a surge in farm-to-table restaurants, organic food markets, and fair trade coffee shops. These businesses not only provide transparency in their practices, but also contribute to more sustainable food systems. Or consider the fashion industry, where consumers are challenging brands to reveal their supply chains and manufacturing processes. The demand for ethical fashion has sparked initiatives like the Fashion Revolution's Who Made My Clothes campaign, pushing brands to be more transparent about their labor practices. This consumer-led movement is helping to combat issues like fast fashion and unethical labor practices, paving the way for a more sustainable fashion industry. And it's not just in food and fashion. From tech to tourism, consumers are using their purchasing power to influence companies to be more transparent and sustainable. They're choosing to support brands that align with their values, and in doing so, they're driving change in industries across the globe. But it's not just about making informed choices. Consumers are also holding companies accountable, calling out those who greenwash or fail to live up to their sustainability claims. Through social media and online platforms, consumers can voice their concerns and criticisms, pushing companies to be more honest and responsible. In essence, consumers are not just passive buyers anymore. They're active participants in the market, pushing for transparency and driving sustainable change. They're proof that every purchase is a vote for the kind of world we want to live in. In our final chapter, we'll look at the future of transparency and sustainability. As we look to the future, the trend towards transparency and sustainability in business only seems to be gaining momentum. The world is rapidly evolving, and with it, so are our expectations and standards for corporate conduct. The days of closed-door business practices are quickly becoming a thing of the past, making way for a new era of openness and accountability. So, what does the future hold for transparency and sustainability? It's anticipated that these twin pillars will continue to underpin successful business models. As consumers become more discerning, businesses that can demonstrate their commitment to these values will likely rise to the top. Transparency is not just about revealing secrets, it's about fostering trust and creating an environment where collaboration and innovation can thrive. It's about showing respect for consumers, employees, and the planet by being honest about business practices and impacts. And it's about holding ourselves accountable for the decisions we make, the actions we take, and the consequences that follow. Similarly, sustainability is not just about reducing environmental impact, it's about building businesses that are resilient and adaptable, that can withstand the challenges of our changing world and continue to deliver value to all stakeholders. Innovation and technology will play a critical role in promoting transparency and sustainability. We'll see more companies leveraging digital platforms to share information and engage with stakeholders. We'll see the development of new tools and technologies that make it easier to measure and report on sustainability performance. And we'll see the rise of new business models that prioritize long-term value creation over short-term profit. But ultimately, the future of transparency and sustainability rests in our hands. It's up to us to demand more from businesses, to hold them accountable for their actions, and to reward those that are leading the way towards a more transparent and sustainable future. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of transparency and sustainability in business. Remember, your choices matter. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for joining us on Green Tech Goals today. We hope you found our discussion enlightening and inspiring. Over the course of this video, we've delved into the depths of transparency in business, its shift and implications, and its profound connection with sustainability. We've explored how consumers are playing a significant role in pushing for transparency and how this trend is shaping the future of sustainability. We've unraveled how this shift towards transparency isn't just a business trend, but a societal norm that's deeply intertwined with our collective efforts towards creating a sustainable future. And as we've seen, this transparency isn't merely about revealing secrets. It's about fostering a culture of openness, accountability, and collaboration. It's about companies taking responsibility for their actions, acknowledging their impact on the environment, and taking tangible steps towards minimizing their footprint. This journey of exploration doesn't end here, though. We're just scratching the surface of what's possible when we align business practices with our shared sustainability goals. There's so much more to discover, to learn, and to act upon. So if you're as passionate about this as we are, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more inspiring, thought-provoking content. Become a part of our Green Tech Goals community, and let's embark on this journey towards sustainability together. We invite you to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts and goals for a sustainable future. What actions are you taking? What changes do you hope to see in the world? Your words might just inspire someone else to take action. Together we can create a better world for ourselves and future generations.